Hello. How's it going, guys? It's me, AngeliteTarot23 from YouTube. I gotta chew my gum weird now because my tooth broke. I don't like going to the dentist. I don't have a ride there anyways. Fuck it, I can't even chew this gum. Like, you know, you want to switch sides with it so bad. This side of my face is gonna get way too strong if I can't chew my gum on this side too. I broke my shit. It was a tooth that had a filling. Like it had a cavity before, and they had filled it, I think probably when I was a teenager, but it like cracked where the filling was, like the real part of my tooth that was still there, like chipped off. Like the filling's still in there, but it's breaking off around it. It's not good. So no more gum. Because that's not working out. Ow. Well, tonight we're gonna do our Hogwarts class. We took a break from that for a few days and now it's back to it. Your little brains can only handle so much at once. So we're gonna have to take breaks in between lessons. Did you guys do some rewatching of the last classes? I hope you did, or something, because it's a lot of information to take in. If you go back and rewatch the stream on my YouTube channel, you may see some important things that you missed. I try to share all my classes that I do over here. I try to share them live on my YouTube channel, so you guys can always go back and check it out. See what you missed. So, first class, we had done some talking about beauty and spells, and people will chisel at your beauty. You know what? I think that's something we missed talking about, is beauty chisels. But we talked about sex magic and stuff like that, and soul attachments. And then in the second class, we had talked about spell writing and intentions, and we talked about like what's positive and what's actually negative, because some people are confused about that. Some people like don't want to be a problem at all. A narcissist will pick empathetic people to victimize, because when they tell them they're the problem, they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. They're not even the problem. Narcissists just like to push blame and make people feel bad. That happens naturally sometimes. We all kind of have narcissistic traits. However, some people never, like narcissists, they never say sorry. They really, really don't feel bad. Like while they're doing the shit to you, or later. They like tend to hold on to that stuff and never let it go. And you don't even realize they're a narcissist until they're still hanging on to some shit fucking 10 years later. And then we did another class. The third class was about colors and what colors mean actually to the spirits. And we talked about what it actually means to some other people, like on the street. When you're putting colors together in your wardrobe, stuff like that. The fourth class was about karma and like the spiritual game, and you're a player out here trying to level up in your life. And today I have it written out to talk about relationships, morals, boundaries, catch-22s. We were gonna talk about this. I had started a class. We were gonna talk about this stuff, but then terrorists tried to take over the school, and there was a big magic battle, and we had to cancel school for the day. So let's revert back to this and try this again, this class. First, we're going to start out with some readings about what's going on that's important right now to everyone. Kind of like the spiritual news. It's going to be the Hogwarts spiritual news. The beginning of class. We're going to use tarot cards and this spirit talker to talk to the spirits and see what's going on in the spiritual realms and how it's affecting our realm, our 3D reality. Let's use the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck to do the spiritual news report. I gotta put something on this chair so I can lean back because I'm slouching. My back gets all kinked up when I slouch. Like too easy. Alright, Spirit Talker's on. A couple more good shuffles, and then we'll do this report. Spiritual news report. Do, do, do. Right, can we get some news? Some news music?
And I will not stop working hard.
The wait is over. Everything's on sale at the Sephora Saving Event.
Little ad for the news here. Okay. The spiritual news. We start with the world card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of Pentacles. Independently, people are closing out cycles with things they no longer want to hold on to. And some people feel like as they are being left behind and like somebody's deciding to let go of someone or the idea of someone, and that kind of like has them hit a tower moment for a second, and now they must rethink, like, okay, well, if you're gonna go do that and I was working around you, I guess I don't have to work around you anymore. I'm going to replan or rethink. We got 5 of Cups. Somebody's feeling regretful. There is a message here about some battle not being somebody's battle. So maybe somebody doesn't want to work with somebody anymore when it comes to something specifically because they're trying to get them to fight a battle that's not theirs. They're like, listen, this battle that you're trying to fight isn't either one of our battles. Why are we wasting our time? We got life is too short. We got to go deal with our own endeavors, they're saying. Let me switch this camera around for you guys. Somebody's playing with the threads of life. So say, let Wonderland. It's a perfect example. In the movie, there's one scene that always stood out to me, and that was where the one sister steals the cookies, and the mom is looking for who stole the cookies because she knew they were there and they aren't there now. And the little girl pushes the freaking crumbs under the bed and blames it on the sister. And the mom believed it was the sister like the whole time. The whole rest of the movie. Until they found out she was lying. So that's kind of playing with the threads energy. This girl didn't ask for trouble. Her sister actually asked for trouble by taking cookies when she knew she wasn't making cookies when she knew she wasn't supposed to. And then by not giving consequences to the right person, that fucked up everything. Sorry, I'm checking these comments. Should I? Oh, okay. Right now, we're doing a little message. We're doing the spiritual news right now. This is actually a Hogwarts class. I think I forgot to change the title of my live. But yeah, it's Hogwarts class. This is the spiritual news report for the beginning of class. Please make sure to tap the screen and send gifts to be a good student. So that happened in the spiritual news. Somebody lied, and the consequences went to somebody they shouldn't have. We have illusions. We have the Fool card, and we have the Pair. So it looks like there's some collaboration here, some teamwork. They took a leap in a certain direction because of the illusions. Now that the illusions fell apart, they're like, wait, that's why they were saying this and that, because if they didn't say that and that, I would have told them this doesn't make any sense. And they wouldn't have done things that they ended up doing had they known the real truth. We have somebody acting like a child, and these petty people, why are they being so petty? Somebody's like, oh my God, no, I'm leaving. We got this cancer. This is in God's hands. Stop, you may be running from the truth. This may be truth that will help. See, and it's because they took action in ways they shouldn't have taken action, working with certain individuals because they told them things that they needed to tell them to get them to fall for whatever they needed them to fall for. We got to open your mind. People can be real pieces of work. And you like to give people the benefit of the doubt that they're not going to be that much of a piece of work. But then they are. They just end up being everything you don't want. But you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. And this is why God will seriously punish those types of people. When you're coming with an open mind and an open heart, and they're going to take advantage of that, they are unholy. So that's what's going on in spiritual news. Did that resonate with anyone? Personally? At all? It was something that we're dealing with on a massive scale, actually. So it should be happening to more than just one person. This is something that is affecting us all as one humanity and keeps us from moving forward in a direction that's appropriate for us. Now, that was a good issue to have us talk about for the beginning of class. Hi, Be Breezy. Because today we're talking about relationships and morals and boundaries. And we're going to talk about, twin flames and soulmates. Those are two different things. What do you guys know about twin flame journey? You guys know anything about that? Have any of you noticed you have twins out here? Yeah, you and me kind of look a little bit alike, Be Breezy. And that could be because we're soul tribe. Our souls could actually be from the same family. My soul's actually an earth angel, so, I mean, you could be from heaven too. Everybody has like different characteristics that stand out that help you figure out what your soul is and like what your spirit animals are. Oh, let me switch this camera around because I feel like it makes me look weird when it's on mirrored. I did that for the cards. Okay, so there's definitely a lot going on out here with twin flames and soul eternal beings. Like twin souls. Say somebody's soul is actually a clone of Satan. It's very possible. They will have characteristics and interests that are similar to Satan. However, they are here having a human experience as an individual. So not one Satan is like the next Satan. If you're encountering a female Satan, obviously this Satan's gonna have boobs. It's gonna have a nice ass, beautiful eyes, a beautiful voice. If you're talking to a male Satan, it's gonna be different. A male Satan, could be very handsome, but it's gonna have different features and is going to have lived through different experiences. Girls are walked through a different type of lessons through their life than males are. So, in a twin flame journey, when you're like fully aware of the fact there's twin flames and you're feelings from other twins of yours, whether they're girls or boys, like you're telepathically connected to them because you're the same soul, just different bodies going through different experiences. But it's like the experiences that you gain in your individual life, it goes back to, it's like some imaginary cord is connected to your brain, or like a wireless connection is connected from your brain to the highest self form of you. So this big highest self being, we're using Satan as an example. Satan's this biggest highest self being, and he has all these imaginary wires going out connected to all his clones that are living on this 3D realm. And this is how the highest self always stays the strongest. Some people think that they can like master self and like overcome the whole of their soul. They're a little bit crazy with it. Some people go crazy with it. It's like Star Wars, Clone Wars. Who can be the strongest clone? And they go nuts with it, and they're literally trying to like kill off every other clone, so they're the one ultimate player. It's like, they did too many drugs before they learn this stuff. For real. That's the icy players. They get extreme. But you won't always get along with other clones of yours. Like, you always want to try to love yourself. Nobody will love you like you love you. However, some of your clones out there, they don't love self. So when you show up, they don't love you. Because there's something about you that reminds you of themselves, and they're like, I fucking hate myself. Seriously. But when those people come into our lives, it's for a reason. Like, say there's a person like that working somewhere, and where you meet them is at this workplace. You started working there, and then they're like, oh my god, you remind me of myself, and I hate myself. Oh, I'm gonna hate you. I'm gonna hate working with you. And you're like, damn, I usually like other me's. I like me. And that's like the universe forcing you to spend time in the same place, so maybe they can learn to love themselves better by becoming okay with you. You teach them how it's okay to accept self. Like, that shit gets pretty deep. And that's where you get like a serious soul love connection with someone. Yes, it doesn't have to be romantic. Like, that person will fucking remember you forever because you made them love themselves better. Like, that's the type of love you need in your life. And that's what you want to aim to be for people. Like, you can't set yourself up to be that for somebody. The universe sets that up for you. I just feel like this energy of like hugging self right now. It's just everybody hug self. Know that you are special. I'm special. There's a bunch of shit about me that's super special that you guys will get jealous about, but I'm sure that there's shit about you that's super special that I'm gonna get jealous about. That's fucking natural. And that's how we keep each other sharp. Naturally, we don't need to set up scenarios to fuck each other over and teach each other horrible lessons. The universe helps us set up natural lessons that help sharpen us in ways that aren't going to be emotionally damaging. Isn't that great? That reminds me to have faith over fear. Like, that's how perfect the universe is in setting you up and somebody else up. You can't allow that to happen. You can't allow that to pan out if you're trying to control things too much. Sometimes the universe will be trying to like naturally set some shit up for you, but you're like so in need of controlling things that like you're gripping onto control of this situation, and the universe is like, can you just let it go? Just let it go. Let it go. Just like an ex-boyfriend or something. Is there anything you guys are thinking about when it comes to relationships that might be important to talk about? If so, I could invite somebody in to tell us something. If you want to tell us anything about your experiences with relationships or something to do with boundaries and morals and stuff. That's okay, Be Breezy. I'm glad you're back. Not giving me, let me see, hold on. Oh, I can't invite people unless I turn this thing off over here. Oh, the time's up on it. There we go. Alright, I invited you.
Oh, hello?
Hi!
Hi, can you hear me?
You want to tell us um a little about a little bit about your experience with relationships?
Oh Lord. This last one's been a doozy, I guess. We've been together for 11 years, married for 8.5. But we've only lived together for about not even a year. Um, we have a 7-year-old little boy together though. Uh, it's just been back and forth, back and forth. Like I don't know. I guess I don't have any boundaries.
Like in and out?
Yeah, in and out whenever you
One
feel like.
foot in the door, one foot out.
Yeah, yeah. He's not very nice. Not very nice at all. Not to me or my
Yeah, I
son.
always try to give my most attention to people who are gonna put 2 feet in the door and like keep them in there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He went to prison and then he was a totally different person before he went. So I thought, but as soon as he left, he started his crap and then it just disintegrated our relationship from, you know what I mean? Him asking things of me that, like for money and stuff and then, when I quit giving it to him or didn't have it to give to him, then I left him for dead.
Mm,
And then he just was here for like 2.5, 2 months with my son and I at my house. And then we got our income tax check, which went to his bank account, and he took all of it. He took my son on a shopping spree and bought himself a bunch of stuff and dipped. He gave me $50 out of it.
oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, some people just they have no limits.
No, he has none. None. Like he's just I mean he's a rough kind of guy, we'll put it that way. Anyway, which I knew, but I didn't think he'd ever do that stuff to me. You know,
Um, yeah.
but it seems like I'm first on the list to get done dirty. You know. So right now we're not.
Good
I'm just not
people
in for.
always end up getting the shit end of the stick,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah. I mean, I'm basically he wants me to be mom when I'm mom and then not when I'm not. You know what I mean? When he doesn't need anything from me.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Mm-mm. No, I feel relieved and glad he's gone.
I like to, I haven't been with anybody for a few years now. I like to just be in a relationship with myself.
Yeah,
And if somebody is going to be as good as being in a relationship with me as I am with myself, then they'll change my mind about relationships.
yeah. To be honest with you, I did 8.5 years in prison myself, and
Oh,
I
really?
yeah, and when I came home, I met him again. I had known him from years earlier, and we ran back into each other, and we just kind of got together. But I think that my time in prison, like I learned a lot about myself, but I have a hard time being with myself because of things that have happened and stuff. I guess not that I
Yeah.
don't like myself, I just have a lot of guilt.
Yeah, sometimes when you're sitting there and you have a lot of time to actually think about the things that you had ignored in the
Hmm.
past, you start kicking yourself because at that time you were telling yourself ignorance was bliss,
Yeah,
essentially,
yeah,
like subconsciously.
yeah. Basically, if you don't feel it, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
But that catches up to you. It's not that I know about your situation personally, but I see it happen to everyone. That is what most people struggle with is knowing what they could have done instead.
yeah, yeah, I did come out of it with a better understanding that if acceptance is key to life. You have to accept things for, you know, things that you can't change and things that, you know what I mean? They are
Yes.
what they are. Um,
Some people that want to use you, they'll push your buttons, turn the
yeah,
dials, and
yeah,
like change around the environment just so it's
mm,
easier for you to continue to say yes to them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
you
mean,
need their abuse.
yeah, this one is a class act narcissist, and I know that a lot of people like to try to say people are narcissists and they're really not, you know what I mean? But this one I firmly believe was a true narcissist. I mean, just be real nasty or real nice to your face, but doing nasty stuff to you and then smiling in your face, you know what I mean? And
They think
just
they're so self-righteous.
yeah, he's very self-centered and selfish, and my feelings do not matter. I do not matter. I come after the dog, you know.
That's messed
I'm
up.
yeah, literally. I mean, and I did that for the last 3.5 years, and I just can't do it anymore. You know what I mean? I always went back, always went back, always went back, and people
Yeah,
are
I
like,
hate
why
that.
do you keep doing that? And it's that like trauma bond, I guess, you know, because I don't understand why I stayed as long as I did either.
Just
I
imagine how beautiful you're gonna be when he's not chiseling away at your beauty.
yeah. Well, right now it's like I have to kind of have somewhat to do with him because we have a son together, and I don't want to keep my son from him if my son wants to see him. You know what I mean? But I have like answering the phone. I don't even let him hear my voice. I don't let him see me because he calls on video chat. I've just completely removed myself from the situation, period. He gets nothing from me. No reaction,
Yeah.
no, you know what I mean? Because some people just feed off that stuff, and I learned that anything I did was a reaction in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Just answering
Yeah.
the phone's a reaction to him
Yeah,
calling.
dude, you can give them anything that they can run with, like a salesman. You give the salesman just minor information. You don't even know how they're gonna get.
Yep. Yep.
Gonna
Yep. I mean,
yeah, do
it's
all the
that
things they're
bad.
doing.
Yeah. And then my son is watching and learning and thinks that that's how you treat mom, and that's not how you treat your
Right.
anybody, let alone your mother. You know what I mean? So I have to kind of fix that behavior too, you know. Um, but I've been raising my son by myself, basically for 7 years. You know, he's not really been here, and then for him to come here, and then the things that he tries to get away with, or the way he tries to treat me, for my son to be seeing it enough to be copying it, says a lot in itself. You know, it just says that I have
Right.
no boundaries. I have no, I need to stick up for myself more. I need to, um, learn what's acceptable and what's not, and not just turn my head to things that I don't want to have an issue with.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to imagine what you should be saying yes to when you've never really encountered it.
Yeah. And I don't know how to respond to somebody without reacting. You know what I mean? Because I have a short temper. I hate to admit it, but I do. And if,
Yeah.
the right situation or the right thing, and I just, it's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you know what I mean? And that's never going to get a positive reaction from it. You know what I mean?
Well, they shouldn't be asking for it.
No, they shouldn't, should they? But I mean, he he's he's a piece of work, I'll tell you. Like, I told him to leave one day around Christmas time, and he went straight to the police department and told him I stole a necklace that he doesn't even own, and he had the police come in my house. I mean, I don't think like that. My mind doesn't work evil like
Right.
that.
Yeah, they just come up with any way to be a burden.
Yes, yes. And then, he thinks he's slick taking this money or whatever, but it's okay because he'll need me before I need him. You know what I mean? And he
Yeah.
better not even bother. Not even bother.
My ex is a narcissist. I don't even get to talk to my children.
Oh, you don't? Oh, that's
Yeah.
stink. I have an older daughter. She's 29, and she doesn't speak to me because of me marrying him and having a baby by him and me being
Oh,
gone so long.
oh, that's tough.
Yeah, I figure she'll come back when she's ready to. You know, I'm not gonna force myself down her throat, but
Yeah. She's kind of at the age to where I'm 34.
mm-hmm,
And just like I feel like at like the age like 27, 28 is where
mm-hmm.
you actually start
Be
understanding yourself. Like you're actually like falling into who you really are meant to be
yeah,
as an adult.
yeah,
So you don't even know like who you're supposed to be with before that time. So it's like it's she's at a time to where she's trying to figure out relationships for herself. Like maybe she don't even really know how to feel about relationships, but that relationship you're in, fuck that.
No, right? And I hate for her to see me being treated like that after I
She
was
don't
gone
even know
for
how to
7 years.
react to that.
Right. But she never really saw any of the stuff that I really went through with him because she wasn't like she wasn't around. I haven't talked to my daughter in 5 years now. So she only seen us together before he went to prison, and he was actually, I mean, I wouldn't have married him and stuff if he was the person he is now. You know what I mean? He just changed that much.
Wow.
Um, so he probably wasn't the best, that I could have done. And I'm not saying that meanly, but I could have made better choices with that situation. But I loved him for who he was. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't judge people. You know what I mean? Because I don't want anybody to.
Sometimes we're having fun and we get caught up in the doldrums.
Yeah. My daughter, I think she just so much doesn't want to be like me that she tries to be very assertive and kind of a little bit controlling. You know what I mean? Like of things of what she will tolerate and what she won't. You know,
I
which
understand that.
I do
She
too.
probably doesn't want to. I mean, she has probably seen mistakes that you have made.
She's seen everything.
Um,
Yeah.
and she probably just doesn't want to make this same mistakes. So, shit. A lot of times we don't tell our kids what it is that we actually go through that gets us to where we get to,
Yeah.
and that's just because of our relationship with them. We shouldn't have to tell them, so
Yeah.
they're left with the unknowing. How the hell did my mom allow this shit to happen to her? I'm never gonna let this happen to me. So they
Right.
have to figure out what it is. What's the details that you're leaving out?
Right. 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 And the saddest part about it is, I was with a different guy before I went to prison. We were together for a long time, and I had a son by him also. And this guy that I'm married to now is the same version of him, but he's black. you know,
So like a
and
twin.
pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Ironic.
The first one, there was things I don't think he ever would have done to me that this one has no scruples about doing at all. But the first one used to beat me up a lot. We had a lot of domestic violence, and it was bad.
Mm.
So, I sent my daughter to live with her dad, and then, about 5 years later, I ended up going to prison. So I hadn't been in her life, you know what I mean? So she feels like I let men take me away from her. You know what I mean? When
Kind of
that
like
really,
who you were and who she was at that time is now
yeah,
dead. Like you guys are two different people now.
yeah. Well, I mean, um, I'll just tell you, I used to be a really bad alcoholic and a really bad drug addict, and
Okay.
my other son passed away in a car accident, and I was driving.
Oh my.
Yeah, so
So there's that too.
that's what I went to prison for,
Oh
and
wow, that's horrible.
yeah,
Yeah, just sitting there I'm just thinking about that being the case and you're spending time in jail thinking about how you got there and that's the case and
yeah.
uh,
And my son's father, we didn't split up because my son passed away. We split up after I came home from prison, because we had just grown apart. You know what I mean? He was still the same person, and I was a different person. You know, and
yeah,
I
I
just
get it.
couldn't
It
do
was
it
worth a
anymore.
shot to
Yeah,
start over.
yeah. And I said I'd never let anybody treat me like that again, and then here I am. You know, but it's like I feel like I have to walk away sooner this time than I did the last time before something bad happens. You know.
Yeah, well, you can't beat yourself up because, like I said earlier in the beginning of this stream,
Hmm.
you got to come with an open mind and an open heart, and then
Yeah.
they're the ones that choose to abuse.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, he's gone above and beyond. And I don't think I'm perfect in relationships either because I feel like I'm very immature. Like that, like my growth stopped when I went into prison is maturity wise,
Yeah, for
you know.
sure.
But it's a lot. I could stay on the phone with you all day. It's a lot.
Well, I was gonna um close you out here and then move on with the stream
Sure.
and roll into zodiac sign readings.
Okay, sounds good to me. It was nice to meet you though
Thank
and talk to you.
yes, thanks for talking.
Hmm.
I totally appreciated that.
Okay, I'll stay on your thing and watch it though. Okay.
Um, I don't know how to close that out. No. There we go. Figured it out. All right. Now we are going to roll into the zodiac readings. We're going to use the unicorn deck. What's your zodiac sign be, Breezy? I'm an Aquarius, so mine is air signs. You're a Pisces, that's water signs. So we'll start with water sign readings. Got my cards. I flipped this camera. Give me a second. Oh wait, now flip the camera. Mirror video. That kind of flip. Yeah, that's the right way. Okay. Thank you for the roses, by the way. Alright, what's going on with water signs? To begin, we have making some kind of investment, a King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. So this King of Swords is focusing to the details very closely when it comes to this discontentment that has been of importance. Like, somebody's just being happy no matter what at this time. Somebody's addicted to hard things, hard drugs, stealing money from babies, incriminating truth, going hunting. We got 6 of Swords. So somebody's moving to calmer waters, looking for justice. They're like, I'm not going to get my own justice if I go too far, so I'm just going to have to go chill, shut the heck up for a little bit, and wait for my sweet justice. At the bottom of the deck, there's an Empress here with some divine truth about something they felt when they connected with their highest self. Something they thought of. They had never thought when it comes to options. On some options somebody could take, or the way you could look at something. Somebody's tired of the same old dull options, or seeing things the same old dull way, and they are incorporating new ideas and beliefs. While they're thinking about these new ideas and beliefs, old things that used to be exciting just aren't as exciting. We got Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, fate is turning. Like, yeah. Somebody's thinking they can like come in and sway someone with the same old, but they're like, I'm bored with that shit. You're not gonna sway me with that same old shit. You're gonna have to come up with something new. They brought you the perfume that you typically like and you get excited about, but you're like, you know what? I'm sick of that scent. I've been buying this other shit. And that old shit don't even compare to the new shit I've been buying. And he's like, oh. We got animal assistance. Karma may have struck or will if you plan to be unfair, unjust, greedy, or materialistic. Somebody's a physical abuser. They should have bought better perfume. Damn. See how that's it. Period. Done. Go back to the store. If you even want to have one good night, you better take your ass back to the store and get this new shit I've been buying. I know it's like $50 more, but bitch, you ain't getting shit on less. You'd be like, why you gotta buy such expensive perfume? Like, bitch, you know who I am these days? I bought this perfume for myself, and I didn't complain about the price when I did it. And he's like, oh. Like, I'm in a better relationship with myself these days. I don't bitch about what I'm buying for myself. There's a card flipped over in here. I seen it, but where'd it go? Oh, I'll see it again. Alright, we're moving on to air signs. I need a drink though, really quick. My mouth is drying up. I got this new vape from the gas station earlier. They didn't usually have these, so I tried it out. This is superb and it's super cute. Perfect for riding my e-bike. So I just keep it like this and I don't drop it. And when I stop to cross the street, I can take a little puff of it. I don't have to get it all the way out of my bag. All right, air sign reading. We have somebody's focusing to the details. Air signs are Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Somebody's stressed out. This King of Wands. Somebody's taking creative action towards a Queen of Pentacles. Do something to stir up your creative passion. Try connecting with your inner child. So somebody's like connecting with their inner child, trying to help when it comes to a divine intervention, because tensions are high. We got a 19 to 24-year-old. Cuddles. We got moving forward. Somebody's walking away from illusions. Fate is turning. It looks like the way things may go, somebody may get into a Two of Cups relationship. We got a Queen of Wands and Ace of Wands. So this Queen of Wands has creative gifts from the divine. Someone is happy with you. Witness seen that happen. So I guess this is somebody talking about a queen. Oh, this So this Queen of Pentacles was talking about how this King of Wands may be going towards... No. I feel like maybe this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles are becoming friends, and that stresses this King of Wands out. There's 3 people here. And somebody in this situation is stressed out. Somebody is pleased with somebody else. I feel like they want them to be not like happy with them. But that's not the case. They are happy. At the bottom of the deck, something we're not seeing is somebody's moving to calmer waters because of a message. Somebody said, or something in their actions spoke to their heart. And they're like, you know what? This bit of truth, that bit of truth, this little bit of truth, just fuck this, fuck that. Just take all that in. I've been holding that back. We got collaboration. We're supposed to be collaborating here. And when one person is seemingly wanting to work alone because they're bringing down the whole group, like 3 people are working together and one person's just ruining everything, it's almost like, why are you even here? If you don't want to collaborate with us to do what it is we're trying to collaborate to do, then get the fuck out of here. It's like, clean up your act, your perspective. Maybe they're coming from a dark place. At the crossroads here. You know, do you really want to go down this route of you being the asshole while everybody's trying to do the right thing? And they're like, oh, probably not. Probably not. And you're like, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. We got the divine is aligning. The stars should be a wild outcome. If things get weird, just hang on. Family feuds. Soulmates. Sometimes we form more loving and stronger relationships with our soulmates that aren't even our blood family. It's our soul tribe. Your soul tribe be meant for you. We got glitter versus gold. Yeah, your blood family. Just because you're meant to be with them because they're your blood relatives doesn't mean they were meant for you. It's just on paper you guys are meant for each other. What the hell? Did you hear that? The cat knocked something over out there. I gotta go see what that was. That's okay. No damage was done. Alright, so yeah, sometimes chicks will be working together on something like a party for the kids. And then the dad comes in and he's got a whole different idea of how the party's going to go. And you guys, he already had left the women to start the planning. And then the dads want to come around and fucking change the whole plans. It's like, why did you guys even tell us to do this? If you were going to change it all up. It's almost like you were just trying to keep us busy. That was busy work. It's like, why the hell do you guys need to put us to busy work? What the hell were you doing while you had us on busy work that you weren't even gonna fucking care about us fucking doing? You know what I'm saying? My ex used to do that to me all the time. He would tell me to like help the kids pick out some options for their Halloween costumes. So I would go on Walmart.com and we'd look at all the costumes together, and then they would each pick like 3. They would have 3 options. And Daddy would get to tell him which one his favorite was. He would always go and find a totally different costume for him. Like, he wouldn't even be like, I like one of the 3 that they picked out. He'd go back on there and be like, there's something better. You really like these are your 3 favorite? Come on, I can find something better that you didn't even put on there that was better than those. And it's like, do we look through them all? And then he like says things over their shoulder while they're looking at this and that, and they end up just basically allowing him to pick their fucking costume. I would get so mad about that shit. Like, my girls want to be like princesses and stuff. They end up being, one's a fucking Ninja Turtle and the other one's a fucking Bumblebee Transformer. It's like, no words. All right, moving on to fire sign reading. Men, I don't even know. Before we move on to this reading, I seriously don't know what the hell goes wrong in men's brains. Like, they get us all thinking in the right direction and shit, and they act like they care, and they're the man of the house, and then they leave, and they come back, and they're like, yeah, fuck all that shit I was talking. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do this other shit. And it's like, what happened to, they do that every fucking day. I swear to God. And that's why I think at some point in history, women decided to form together and they tried to take men out. Do you guys remember the Titanic? The Titanic had a shit ton of rich people on it. And only women and children were to survive. You want to take out all the rich and powerful men at once? How do you do that? Fucking, there you go, Titanic. Play with it. We got Knight of Wands. Next, it's going to be some spaceship. We're just going to blast them all off this space. We're like, yeah, get on the spaceship, guys. We had NASA put together a spaceship so you men can go out there. It's got video games. It's got money on there. It's got stripper poles. All that good shit. Just get on there. There won't be any women to get on the stripper poles. They'll be like, why did we even want this? Yeah. All right. Moving on to the fire sign reading now. We got Knight of Wands. Yeah, any women that were to go on that spaceship were some brave women. They would be. All right, so this creative action that somebody's taken is leading somebody to a tower moment. We got a Queen of Swords, Temperance. So this Queen of Swords, the truth that she speaks brings people to feel like maybe things aren't as crazy as they feel like they are. Like sometimes you're surrounded by people who just can't fathom, they don't know a way, they just don't know what to do. So when you tell them, listen, you're not the only one. Actually, nobody fucking knows what to do. And they're like, really? I'm not the only one that doesn't know what to do? And you're like, yeah. Fucking nobody here knows what to do. And they're like, oh my God, thank God. I don't feel so bad anymore. But that's the type of energy. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm not saying that was what was said or anything. But that's the kind of truth somebody is speaking. Somebody is a little heartbroken about this discontentment, or maybe somebody felt like they were the problem, but it's actually not just them. It's a way bigger issue than they even imagined it was. It wasn't as personal of a problem as they thought it was. So that takes off pressure. It's cleaning up the mess a little bit, little by little. And we're going to get down to what it is that's actually the problem. So like, say this is what's going on with the heart of the situation. Or this could be the heart of a business. And there's a bunch of people working together with a business trying to figure out what happened. Because the business is failing. Like the fucking United States is right now. There's a government shutdown. The heart is within a body. You can't see that going on. If the swords were sticking out of the skin, you could see that, but you don't even know what type of damage that sword is really doing to that heart under the skin. So that takes a special person to figure that out. That's going to take surgery, a doctor. So somebody's almost like a surgery or a surgeon or a doctor when it comes to figuring out what's going on inside with somebody. And that's because they have spiritual gifts from the divine. They talk to God. They talk to the spirits. We have attention, group approach, be wary of what they want. We have divine power. Pressure. We gotta find ways to relieve the pressure the best way we can. Even if it's take out one sword at a time. If we take out all 3 swords at once, somebody might die. I might be too much trauma for someone's body to survive. So, little by little, we are moving to calmer waters and forward, away, up, like this is like all like up and away from these illusions. A lot of communication, like talking away from, like in the like the conversation started here and then it went far. Like this was the beginning topic, then there was this topic, then there was another freaking topic, then a whole bunch of topics. And all these topics were different topics that were created that stemmed off of one thing, one person, one entity. They're blind to that. Where's all this information coming from? Oh, what's up, Disco? Hey, cutie. We got 9 of Wands. All these things that somebody has heard in the scenarios, like, they all stemmed from the same person. However, they had to tell these people that it was important for them to work with them because of things that were important to them. These people, they worked for a different company. So they had to come up with a different sales pitch for them. This company over here, another story. They gotta fucking come up with another fucking way. So all these different companies are coming together and they all had different sales pitches, but it all led to the same place. The same salesman. And they were like blind to the fact that this salesman was talking to all of them. They thought it was more personal than it was. That's what I mean by that. We got unexpected fees, going hunting, somebody's mad, phone calls and communication. Your inner demons are holding you back in a situation. In reality, you should just have faith over fear. Keep an open mind, keep an open heart. That was the reading for fire signs. Last but not least, we're going to do earth signs. which will be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then I need a snack or something. I'm like hungry. I forgot to turn the spirits back on. What? Oh, good. One of the things I knocked over was my Versace bright crystal, and there's only a little bit left in there. Trying to hold on to that. It smells so good. Yeah. Ginger snapped. The universe would like learning lessons to be fun, right? And what's fun learning for me isn't necessarily going to be fun learning for you. All right, earth signs, what's going on with them? What the hell? Shit just be falling over. These are falling apart. Oh, I had spirits turned down. The first things they said was suffering and inspiration. Don't forget to tap the screen, guys. All right, to begin the earth sign reading, we have the Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, Magician. Somebody is taking action, going to deliver this sword of truth about what they would like to manifest.
I drowned in the
They
gold.
heard some things, they seen some things, and it brought them to some ideas And it got him to go forth with talking about some things. And taking action. We're looking to make an investment in this vision. Or a greater vision. Or they're looking to invest their time and energy in somebody that has the same types of goals or visions. They're moving to calmer waters. Maybe they were a little unsettled because they didn't feel like there was any place to really settle energetically, but they found somebody they can like be chill with. They're thinking about taking action to like show them some love. But somebody wants to control that. Or maybe if they confront somebody who is in some devilish energy, that might make somebody love them a little more. Appreciate them. The energy's changing out here. I felt like a couple of weeks ago, it was like the whole world against a few certain individuals. And these individuals were being pushed down to the ground. And then all of a sudden, God said the angels did some shit. And those people were told to let their freaking hands up off those people. Because they seen that they were, it was ugly. They were trying to make them look desperate. They were very, very disgusting.
Be
when
cautious.
it came to having their way, yeah, be cautious, because some people will do way too much. Like, they were literally about to kill some people and got stopped.
Blood.
Yeah, like, people want blood. People are out for blood over the shit that they were doing. Be warned. That's what the spirits are saying.
I miss my life.
Because the ancestors seen that some people were doing the right shit. They know their intentions inside. They know they're just planning on how to survive, how to do better for their family. And people are like, oh no, they're planning something way different than you think they would be planning. Like they called in a bomb threat. And they said it was you. And like,
Come and go.
security was about to shoot at you. And you're like, what? I didn't call in no bomb threat. And they were like, well, somebody called in a bomb threat and they said they were you. And you're like, well, it wasn't fucking me. And God knows it wasn't you. God knows who actually called. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that actually happened, but it's something like that. I'm just using that as an example. We're gonna fucking kill innocent people because you're getting ahead of yourself. They're getting ahead of themselves. We just have ghosts out here that have crushes on people. And they think their boyfriend's fucking cheating on them, man. But it's really like his soul. When he sleeps, his soul travels to his past life girlfriend's house. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do about that? You can't fucking... Like, he don't even know what he can do about that. She, like, calls him in. He don't think about her when he's awake. You don't even know her. It's just a past life bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that drama all about?
Her.
We got hug, tension buildup, money related, free will to move, to speak, to choose, to be. Somebody doesn't want somebody to be able to like move freely and speak freely and stuff, and that's alarming when you're living in the United States. You're like, okay, dictator from, I don't even know what country you think you fucking run, but no. There's these past life connections. We got Archangel Ariel, incest and odd beliefs. Somebody
I'm
made
in
a
my
cold
20s.
choice. Somebody needs to like rethink these things they have heard. Like, sometimes you like feel a certain type of way about a situation because of how you were told or how you found out. And then, you know, sometimes your mind gets ahead of you and starts thinking about the worst. It could be this, could be that. You know, what else don't you know? So somebody has to take some time to chill the fuck out. Figure out what's reality, what was somebody else's lies, and what conclusions did they just come to because they didn't even know the truth. What was I supposed to think? Somebody who is left heavily burdened. This Queen of Cups. As fate is turning. And we're coming into union with who really needs justice. Like, this bitch was trying to make sure certain people didn't get justice because she's connected to the group of individuals that are the reason somebody needs justice. If you focus to the details and pay attention to the scales of balance, you see that. You see that that's an issue. The back and forth. Somebody's just trying to close out a cycle with somebody and move forward. We got a King of Wands. Feeling 10 heavy swords weighing upon them at this time. Got something to do with an 8 to 11-year-old. Oh, hi. Playing it safe. New job. Low light phase. Mars. Brings energy of strong willpower and determination. So, gathering information.
Face.
Yep. Like me, being me, a spiritual high priestess, I've done a lot of personal research and going through lessons and connecting with spirits and talking to God. Like, I've done a whole shit ton of shit on my personal spiritual journey.
Corruption.
Somebody who is my twin flame can't just run up and claim all my... They can't just claim my whole life, everything I've done. Like, they want to swap. destinies. They're like, oh no, you're the dull, broken ass, dumb ass twin. Not me. They don't even know who the fuck they're talking to. Like, you can't just run up and tell me that I'm a dumbass nobody bitch. When, really, I work for God. I don't even care what I show up looking like. You know what? If I show up looking like the motherfucking fairy godmother shows up. Remember in the Cinderella movie? When the fairy godmother shows up, she looks like shit. And then she does a little magic, and then she's like beautiful. And then she does some magic on Cinderella. And then she's like, alright, Cinderella, you go have your fun. They're trying to say just because somebody looks like shit. Like somebody seen the fairy godmother before she showed up at Cinderella's house. And they were like, that lady ain't shit. She's an old bag. She's a fucking witch. Okay? Blah, blah, blah. Then they were watching her from the woods. They were stalking her to see where her old lady ass was going. And they seen her show up to Cinderella's house, transform into a beautiful woman. They seen her transform Cinderella's dress into what it was. Made the pumpkin into a carriage. And they were like, I told you she was a fucking witch, man. But that's a positive story, as you and me know. The fairy godmother and Cinderella was a blessing to her. So this is like, so imagine these guys that are stalking the fairy godmother. After Cinderella takes off on her fucking carriage, and she's going to go back to her house to have some of her brownies that she had cooked earlier on that day. She's like, I'm going to go sit down. I'm going to watch me some TV and enjoy one of them brownies I cooked. And they hop out the woods and beat her up because she's a witch. And they took a couple of video clips of her doing some of the magic, but they didn't show the whole thing. And everybody thinks she's a witch, and then she goes off and gets cement shoes and sinks to the bottom of a river. And Cinderella never knows what happened to her. Isn't that tragic? Like, how does the story go from being so beautiful and magical to fucking tragic and fucking... It does, though. And it's those guys in the woods. They got me fucked up. They got Cinderella fucked up. They got Fairy Godmother fucked up. Well, you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching me. I hope you enjoyed. Special thanks to Be Breezy for coming in and telling us a little bit about her personal relationships, because it gets stressful just talking to myself. That was nice to have somebody else say some things for a little bit there. Bye. Hope y'all sleep well and have wonderful dreams.